we've been delivering this leadership message to businesses and organisations for quite a while now. And recently I got some feedback from a hotel chain that we did some work with a year or so ago. And I'm always interested in success stories, by the way, so if you've got any more, let me know. Anyway, this hotel chain were hosting a conference in Sheffield for a really valued customer. It was an evening conference and they'd invited a guest speaker to come along and 100 or so local business leaders for this talk and then for some drinks and a buffet afterwards. Anyway, on that afternoon, the conference staff were getting the room ready, just preparing all the chairs and the glasses, etc. And Mark, who was one of the hotel staff, just working part-time there, overheard the conference organisers talking amongst themselves, and he overheard one of them say, "Oh, I think we're going to have to cancel it." And he thought, "Oh, go over and see if there's anything I can do." So he did that, and he said, "I just overheard you talking, and I just wondered if there was anything that we could do to help." And the organisers said, "Well, I don't think there is. It's a bit of a nightmare, really. Looks like we're going to have to cancel the conference. The speaker that we've got is stuck at Manchester Airport, stuck in the snow. It's been snowing over there, and there are no trains running, and the roads are shut. So 3 or so hours to go. It's impossible. We're going to have to call it off, and we're going to have to let all the customers know." And Mark said, "Actually, do you mind if I have a quick word with him? Because there might be something that I can do to help." And they said, "Well, yeah, by all means, if you can do something to help, then yeah, here's the phone." So anyway, he took the phone and disappeared for a couple of minutes. And he came back holding the phone and said, "Look, could you just, he wants to have a quick word with you." So they took the phone back, and he said, the speaker said to them, "It's okay, we're going to get this on. Carry on as normal. Assume I'm going to be there, and I'll see you in a couple of hours." So Mark disappeared, and he went to reception, and he said to reception, "Look, I've got to go, do something urgently for the customer. Could you get somebody to cover my work?" And he disappeared. Anyway, about 2.5 hours later, when all the guests were arriving, the speaker turned up, and the conference organisers said to him, "God," he said, "how have you managed that?" And he said, "When I spoke to Mark on the phone, he told me that he'd just set himself up in business as a chauffeur, and he'd bought a vehicle that he was going to use in his business to transport people to work when it snowed, so it was a Jeep." And he said all of that, and he told me that he was prepared to come and get me, so I said, "Yeah, great, let's do it." And that's what he did. And when we got here, just now actually, I've just said to him, "Do you want paying for it?" And he said, "No, I don't want paying for it, but if you feel as though I've given you a good service, then you might mention it to all of the local guests that you've got tonight, and that would really do me a great favour." And the speaker said he was really, really impressed with this. And I'd say that's leadership.